It's time to eat. Are you hungry? I made some food for us all. I hope you like what I've made. I spent a long time making it. I went down to the market and got these ingredients especially for you. I then spent about half a day getting the food ready.
Is this it? What is this? I usually have something nicer than this. It doesn't look that nice to me. Where did you get the recipe from? I can't see this winning any awards, I'm afraid, but I'll still eat it.
What is this? I usually go out and eat something, but this looks a bit funny. Are you sure you cooked it right? I can cook a lot better than this. Why don't I teach you how to cook? Yeah, it lacks flavor. Are you sure you haven't missed something out? Maybe it needs more salt and pepper. I can't believe you don't like it. I really put a lot of effort into making this. I thought I did well here. Are you not happy? No, not really. I thought you could do better than this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can still eat it. By the way, do you know Holly?
Yes, I do. Her son got married recently, didn't he? I've known her for a while. She was one of your friends, wasn't she? The son was also a good guy. I've met him a few times. Who did he marry? Do you know?
I heard it was a rich girl from a good family. I heard they now live in a really nice house. I heard the house is full of the most beautiful furnishings.
Really? Where did you hear that?
I spoke to her yesterday. She had a nice bag with her and some nice shoes. It was obvious that she was doing well in life. If only our son could get married to a rich woman too. That would be nice.
We can't change the past. Just have some more food.
Do you want anything else to eat? No, I'm fine, thanks. I think I've had enough. Why did you have to talk about me like that in front of your mother?
What do you mean?
Your mother looks down on me and you know it. Yesterday she was talking about those rich people that got married. It was clear that she was disappointed with your choice of wife. How insulting! Couldn't you have defended me in front of your mother instead of just agreeing with her? It really upsets me when she talks about me like that.
You know my mother has a big temper. I didn't want to wind her up. Sometimes when she's like that, I think the best thing to do is just agree with her. I didn't want to start an argument. We would have been arguing all day. Remember last time we argued with her? It went on for days and then it took her months to forgive me. I didn't want that kind of thing to happen again. It would have been unbearable. She likes to compare us negatively to wealthier families, but the best thing to do is ignore her. She's quite a materialistic person and she loves to gossip. When she starts doing it, it's best if you just agree with her and let the conversation move on. No need to argue.
But how can a mother-in-law be so snobby towards her daughter-in-law? She's always doing this and it makes me so mad. I'm really running out of patience. I'm at the limits of what I can take. If she keeps going on like this, then who knows what will happen. I might go crazy. Personally, I think you should step up and defend me. At least tell her to keep quiet.
Okay, maybe I could do that. Next time she starts, I'll ask her to change the subject. But who knows how she'll react? She might start screaming and shouting. Wouldn't that be worse? Can't you just turn the other cheek?
Why should I turn the other cheek? Why won't you defend me? You always do whatever your mother tells you to do. You're too accommodating to her. You should be a man and put her in her place.
Well, it is difficult to disagree with your own mother, and I've just gotten used to her. She was always like this, ever since I was a child, and I just learned to accept her for the person she is. We all have faults, and we'll just have to learn to get along with each other.
No, it really has to stop. It's so irritating. Your parents are coming over to our house this weekend, aren't they? Am I expected to cook again? If she starts making comments about my food, then I don't know how I'll react. I might lose my cool. And if she starts talking about that rich girl, then things might get even worse. You better watch over her. Make sure she doesn't do anything stupid.
This weekend? I don't remember.
How did you forget? Your father is going to hospital for some kind of a test. After he comes out, we're going to have a gathering to celebrate his good health. It was going to be at our house. How could you not remember this?
Oh, right. I remember. Sorry, it slipped my mind. Well, I actually have something to do this weekend. I'm playing golf with the guys from work. I can't miss it either. It's quite important. We use this time to make better friends with each other. It helps to develop business bonds. Looks like you're on your own.
Is that a joke? I have to look after your parents all on my own? Why do you have to play golf this weekend? Do you ever think about me? Why are you always out doing your own thing without thinking about me?
I'm sorry, but it can't be helped. As I said, we business people like to meet and play golf. We use this time to discuss important business things and bond together. This weekend, we'll be discussing a deal that's really important for our company. It's quite likely that it'll be make or break for this deal, so I need to be there to talk about it. I can't get out of it.
You seem to have a reason to not be here every time. Last time it was the same excuse. Your business is always more important.
Sorry. Next time I'll be there, trust me. As I said, I've got no choice. It's critical for work.
If you insist, but I'm not happy about it. I was just going through your clothes and I came across one of your shirts. There was a strange smell radiating from it. It smelled a bit like perfume, but oddly enough, it wasn't the perfume I use. Why is this? Something going on?
What are you trying to suggest? That I've been with another woman? What's wrong with you? Of course I haven't. How could you even think of such a thing?
You have been coming home late all the time recently, and you always go away on business at weekends. It's only natural that I might get suspicious. Then I smell this, and of course I might think something.
I'm at work all the time because I'm earning money for the two of us. Not because I'm cheating. I can't believe you would accuse me of that. You know I'd always be faithful.
Sorry, I know you work hard. Maybe I'm just stressed out because I don't have a job. It's been a month since I was at work. I'm so sad I lost my job. I need to get a new one.
Yes, maybe it's the stress that's making you like this. Hurry up and get a new job so you aren't alone all the time with your thoughts. It'll help you if you have something to focus on instead of being idle all day.
Okay, it's a good idea. By the way, do you remember our plans for the weekend? I hope you haven't forgotten again. And I hope you don't have business again.
What plans? Sorry, it must have slipped my mind.
We're going to a party to celebrate my brother's wedding engagement. Did you forget it? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that! I didn't realize it was this weekend. I remember you telling me about it, but it seems I forgot. There is a problem. I have to go walking in the mountains with my boss this weekend. It's been planned for a while and it's important I attend. Is your brother going to miss me?
You're not going to be there? You can't miss another family event. It's starting to look like we're separated. You're never there.
I can't miss it. These things are really important when you work in big business. I know you wouldn't understand this, but I can't get out of it. If I'm not there, then I'll miss out on important business details and the boss will be disappointed. It's also really important if I want a promotion in the future. And I know that would make you happy. Life would be easier if I made more money.
But isn't family more important? Aren't I more important?
You are important, but this is important too. I'm sorry, my hands are tied. There's nothing I can do.
I can't believe you're doing this again. You never come to family events. I have to put up with your mother and father, but you're never there when it's my family. Don't you think you're being a little bit unfair? Shouldn't we be equal?
I'm busy, I told you.
You have done this so many times, and I just can't accept it. If you don't attend this time, then there will be trouble in the future. If you're not going to give me everything now, then I won't be doing the same for you either. My family are always wondering where you are, and it's embarrassing that I have to go to these events on my own. None of my friends have this problem, and they all have husbands who work. Some of them also work in big business like you. I don't think work is an excuse, to be honest. I won't be forgetting about this. I've contacted the lawyer, and the proceedings are going ahead as planned. I'm hoping for your full cooperation in the matter.
Why do you have to be like this? Can't we work things out? We can get through this and come out stronger.
You think I'm going to waste my life with a cheater like you? Not a chance in the world. You blew it, and there's no going back.
It wasn't cheating. It was just one night, and she meant nothing to me. I forgot about her as soon as it happened, and I always felt bad about it. It's not like we spent a lot of time together. It meant nothing to me.
It wasn't one night, it was many. I saw the bank statements. You went to the same hotel over and over with that woman. You think you can get yourself out of this by telling a few lies? You can't! I'm not that stupid.
What were you doing checking my bank statements? How did you get them?
I have my ways, don't you worry. I'm a clever woman. I knew something was going on for a long time. I just had to get my evidence. I've seen everything I need to see, and there's no need to carry on with you anymore. We are finished. You were always coming home late, always going on business trips at the weekend. Now I know why. I can't believe I didn't realize this sooner. Even when I confronted you about the perfume on your shirt, I accepted your lies. I was so foolish. A while ago, I secretly looked at your phone. I saw all the messages you were sending back and forth and the kisses you were putting at the end. That's when I knew for sure that you were cheating. I just needed to gather enough evidence for the divorce, and then I was done.
You violated my privacy. If this is what you want, then I guess we'll have to go ahead with it. If you want a divorce, then that's what we'll have to do. It's going to hurt you more than me. Do you know what it's like in this world for a divorced woman? It's very hard to get married again. Everyone will look down on you, and no man will be interested in marrying a divorcee. As for me, I'll be free and single again. It'll be easy for me to find another woman. Trust me, in a few years you'll regret this decision. You'll come back to me begging for me to get back with you.
I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me. I'll be happy that I can get away from you and get away from your awful family. I won't have to deal with your irritating mother again. You can enjoy her company all on your own. I'll move on and find a man who really loves me. I'm sure it's not too late. Hey, girl! It was great seeing you earlier. Hello.
That Americano I had was so good.
Thanks. We take pride in sourcing the most delicious beans from all over the world. It was nice to see you, too. Yes, the place is really nice, isn't it? So glad to hear you started your own business. It's really brave of you, especially in this kind of market. How is business? Have you had many customers? I think with such a nice interior, you'll have no trouble attracting customers. It's going well, actually. Better than I expected. I was worried that no one would come, but I've had a lot of customers already. That's nice to hear. By the way, how are you after the divorce? Are you doing okay? I'm fine, actually. Enjoying the free life. Why would I want to be married anyway? It's only after divorce that you realize all the things you can do when you don't have to put your husband first. I feel like I've been born again, and I'm loving it. There's no way I'd go back to that man. I need some time on my own until my head is cleared of the bad thoughts. His family were awful, too. They really looked down on me. The mother was especially rude. Every time she came to my house, she was always making negative comments. It's so nice to not have to deal with that. Time is the biggest healer. It's nice to hear that you're starting to move on. As time goes by, you'll learn to forget about the bad times. And who knows? You might find someone new. Don't let the past ruin your future. I hope so. I actually feel like a fool for not leaving him earlier. It wasn't just the cheating. There were many things in that relationship that made me unhappy. I guess I should have put myself first a long time ago.
That's probably a good idea. Do you know Sean?
Sean? The guy who looks like he could be a model?
I know him. Yeah, we knew him in school. He was always a top student and really popular. I spoke to him recently. He really likes you. Maybe you could talk to him sometime.
He likes me? Really? That's interesting. Maybe I should get in touch with him.
I spoke to him recently and he asked about you. He heard that you were single again and he seemed really interested. I think he's liked you for a long time. I heard he's working as a doctor now and he has his own clinic. It's really popular and he's doing well. Wouldn't it be nice to date a good guy like him? I think you'd be really lucky. He's single too. Not sure why a guy like him is single, but he is. Maybe he's waiting for the perfect girl. And maybe that girl is you. And do you know what's even more interesting? His clinic is in this building. It's on the 7th floor. What are the chances that you and him would end up owning a business in the same building? Maybe he'll come down for a coffee and talk to you.
Wow, what a coincidence. Maybe I'll bump into him sometime. I'm sure I'd still recognize him. He was good looking back then, and I'm sure he's still got it.
I think he was married too, but now he's divorced. Apparently, he was married to a girl with a really bad temper. They would fight all the time over trivial things. They were married for a few months and then they got divorced. It seems to happen a lot these days.
Oh, really? Seems like he has a similar story to me. I hope he wasn't hurt like I was. It's so sad that so many of us end up with broken hearts. At least we might understand each other better, having been through similar things.
You should be happy I've told you. You two are both single again, and now is your chance to make it happen.
Let's just wait and see. Men are a lot of trouble.
There's a lot of people here today.
Yes, there's a lot of people. It's always like this. Business is good.
When did you start this business?
It must have been about a year ago now. It went well from day one, to be honest, and then it just went from strength to strength. I'm happy how things have gone. It was difficult for me starting again in life after I divorced my husband, but I got through it.
When are you going to stop working?
What do you mean?
If we get married, then I don't want you to be working late every day. It's not good for your health. Maybe a part-time job would be okay, but not full-time like this. It's too much stress for you.
What do you expect me to do if we get married? Just stay at home all day doing nothing? I'm not really that kind of woman. I'd much rather be out working.
But I have a good business too, so that means you don't have to work. I can earn most of the money and you can do other things. I think it's a really good thing for a woman.
That might be a dream come true for a lot of girls, but not me. I spent a lot of time getting this coffee shop off the ground. I don't want to throw it all away. I know you're a great guy, but I don't need to be dependent on you. You can do your thing and I can do mine. We can work together to make something great.
Well, if you insist. Who would have thought I'd meet a nice guy like you here? What a coincidence that I have my business in the same building as you. I remember the first time I came in here. I was really excited to see you. I didn't know what to say, to be honest. You were always my favorite girl in high school, but I thought I'd lost my chance. Then after my failed marriage, I never thought I'd love again. But life can throw many surprises at us. In the end, things seem to have worked out well.
I had the same feeling. I was hoping you'd come down for a coffee, and you did. So, lucky for me.
It didn't take long for me to realize that you were the girl I wanted to marry. You're a real good girl. Who wouldn't want you? I was determined to make you mine.
Really? I can't believe we reconnected like this just after I left my husband.
I know it must have been a hard time for you. I understand. I was so sorry to hear that your husband cheated on you and played around with you like that. It must have been tough for you. But on the other hand, it was an opportunity for me. You left him, and that gave me a chance. If you hadn't have got divorced, then this could never have happened. Maybe it all happened for a reason. Maybe we were meant to be together.
Thanks. It is amazing how we met. It's like a movie. I hope things go well for us in the future. I don't want to go through the same kind of thing as before. It can take a long time to trust after a bad relationship, but you seem like a really nice guy. I feel like I can be open with you. I'm really lucky to have met you. Doctor!
Hi. What is it?
Are you doing surgery now, or do you have some time?
I finished now. I just had to do an operation on a really high-paying customer. It was a bit difficult, but I did a good job, and now I need a little rest. It just so happens that you want to talk to me now, so I guess it ties in well with my break. Feel free to ask me anything.
I came early because I wanted to see you. I was hoping we could have lunch together. What do you think? Maybe we could go to a nearby restaurant and get a bite to eat? A new place is open nearby. Maybe we could go and check it out.
Okay. Well, if you want to do that, you'll have to wait a moment. I'll have to do some cleaning around here, and then I'll have some free time. If I leave things dirty, then it isn't very hygienic. What if a customer sees? It would be really bad for business. I have to keep this place as clean as possible to impress the customers. Many places get closed down because of poor hygiene, and I don't want that to be me.
Okay, well, if that's what you have to do, I can wait. I wanted to go now, but I can wait for you.
What do you think? It was great, actually. The hospital was really big. There's lots of good doctors there, and they're all good at what they do.
Sorry about this. There's some water here. Let me just clean it up. Oh my goodness. It's you.
Why are you here? What's going on? I haven't seen you for so long, and now you suddenly appear. What are you doing here? Have you been following us? Is this some kind of a joke? Are you here for plastic surgery? Trying to make yourself look young and beautiful again? She looks like she's working here. Oh, I see. You're the cleaner, are you? What happened after we broke up? I heard you started some kind of business. I didn't realize you were working here as a cleaner. I never expected to see you here like this. It's been so long since we were together. I remember those days. We were happy once, but then things fell apart. Oh well, who cares now? You're none of my business. I've moved on, and that is that. So tell me, why are you here? What are you doing?
It might be a bit difficult to explain. You might not understand.
Try me, please. Why don't you just leave her alone? We're not here to talk to her. We've got important things to do. Leave the past alone and just let her get on with her life. So what if she's working here as a cleaner? She has to find some way to get by after she left you. Is this what you do now we're divorced? Couldn't you get a better job?
You always were a mama's boy, weren't you? Why have you come here with your mother? Did she make you follow her? Why have you come here holding your mother's hand?
Why do you have to be so rude? My son is a great guy, and there's no need for this attitude.
I don't know why you're defending him. He's a trash bag. I was with him, and then he cheated on me with another woman. He was doing it for months and tried to hide it from me. Even when I confronted him, he denied it. In the end, I had to get hard evidence before I could divorce him.
Those days are behind me, so please don't bring them up again. I've moved on and married a new woman. Do you know who she is?
Who? Is it the girl you cheated on me with? Or did you cheat on her as well and move on to another girl? I presume it's some stupid girl who doesn't mind putting up with an idiot like you. I'm amazed that you even got married again. Why would anyone want you? She must have been a fool to marry a guy like you.
To be honest, she's a bit like you. She's nice and friendly, but not as irritating as you. And more intelligent, too. If you knew each other, you might even get along, but there won't be any chance of that happening. You're out of my life and never coming back. I know you feel the same.
That's right. You are the past, and we don't need to have anything to do with you again. I much prefer my son's new wife. She's everything I could want from a daughter-in-law. Much better than you. She's lovely, intelligent, and beautiful, and she has a great job. My son married a doctor from this hospital. Isn't that nice? A doctor from this hospital? Really?
It was a little bit tough after you left. There was no one there for me. But after a while, I found a new girl and started a new life with her. She's a real good catch. So glad I found her.
She's got a great job, and she's really doing well in life. She's the right social status for my son. She drives a nice car. She has a nice job. I think she fits in well with our family. She's certainly much better than you. How could you even compare to her? If she's that good, then she's too good for you. I actually feel sorry for this girl. She's really sold herself short. Why would such a high-quality woman be interested in you? Does she know that you were a cheater? Does she know what you did to me during our marriage? I wonder what she'd think if she knew. Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's my opinion. I don't think you could have changed, and that girl is in a bad position. How can she feel happy when there's always the chance that you'll leave her for another girl? It must be a terrible life for her. I predict that you'll be getting divorced again, as soon as she realizes what kind of a guy you are. How can you say such terrible things about my son? Why don't you mind your own business? You're just the cleaner. Maybe you should get on with your work and leave my son alone. I'm only being honest about your son. He's a love rat, and everyone should know about this. Listen, girl, you need to be really careful about what you say. No one has the right to speak badly of my son. Especially not you. You mean nothing to us now, so drop the bad attitude. Just you wait until I tell the doctor about this. You'll be thrown out and into the streets. And that's what you deserve. You really chose the wrong people to mess with. We have good connections. I know the doctor who works here. Are you guys okay? What's all this noise about? I'd prefer it if you didn't argue in the hospital. If you have some kind of a problem going on, then please wait until you leave to fight about it. I don't want you disturbing the people in this hospital.
This cleaning lady has been very rude to my mother. She was insulting her and trying to make her angry. Can you please remove her from the hospital at once? She needs to go. I can't stand her.
The cleaning lady? Are you talking about this lady here? She's the wife of my manager, the man who owns the hospital. She often comes in to see him. She doesn't actually work here, but she helps us from time to time.
Are you for real?
Yeah, she's my friend and mentor. We get along really well. I often talk to her and ask her for advice. I think you could say we are friends. Oh my goodness. Well, I am so sorry for causing such a commotion. I didn't really know who she was. Anyway, we were not really arguing. There wasn't really a problem at all, just a misunderstanding. Had I known, I would have treated her differently, so I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, why don't we leave her alone to get on with her cleaning duties? We could go in another room and talk. That way we wouldn't be disturbing each other. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we have something more to discuss. There's a few things that I'd like to tell everyone before we go our separate ways. I think it would be a good idea if we all listen. Oh, you have something to say? What is it? I'd love to hear. I'm always happy to listen to you. It's not serious. I just want to let you know that you should be careful. Careful? What should I be careful of? Is it about this argument you just had? What happened? If something has upset you, then please let us all know. It's not healthy to bottle things up inside. It can lead to stress and anger. It's about your husband. You should be very careful that he doesn't cheat on you. He has a bad reputation when it comes to the way he treats women. Trust me, I should know best. I heard that he got married to a nice woman who loved him so much. but he treated her like garbage. In the end, he cheated on her with another woman. He did it for a long time whilst denying it to his wife. Eventually, his wife found out and left him, so you need to make sure this doesn't happen to you as well. He cheated? Really? How do you know about this? Are you sure it isn't just ugly rumor? Darling, what's she talking about?
I think she's just joking. That was a funny joke, wasn't it? It seems she likes to tell a story to try and entertain us all. I think she's just trying to warn you about what might happen, but trust me, it won't. Anyway, isn't it time for lunch now? Shouldn't we hurry up on our way and go and get some food? If we don't go now, then all the good stuff will have gone. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. I want to hear more of the story. Where did you get this information from? Who told you? It sounds crazy, but I'd still like to hear how you know this. I know because your husband was previously married to me. What? He was married to you? Sorry, it might be a real shock for you, but yes, he was married to me. He treated me so badly. He lied to me and betrayed me. I loved him, but all the time he was cheating with another girl. His mother was also a real pain. She was so rude to me and really looked down on my family. She was always making unpleasant remarks about us. I wanted support and love, but instead I got rejection and spite. I only hope she doesn't do the same to you. You do have a good job as a doctor, so maybe they'll treat you better than how they treated me.
I think you've said enough. I think it's time for us to leave. You're just coming out with highly exaggerated nonsense now. I don't want to hear any more of it.
Don't call it nonsense, you loser. You know it's true. Don't lie here and now like you did to me back then. Be a man and accept what you did. Did he tell you why he got divorced from his previous wife? Was he honest to you? He told me his wife cheated on him and so he left her. He told me that he was the victim. He was always a liar. It seems he's still up to his old tricks. I don't know if there's any more I can tell you. I've given my side of the story and you've already heard his. Now it's up to you. Who do you want to believe? If you don't believe me, I understand. You don't have to. But I just want to tell you that you should be really careful with this guy. You don't want to end up on your own in a few years' time. I can't believe this.
Don't listen to her.
Is it true? Be honest with me.
I can explain.
Does that mean it is true?
Certain parts of the story are true, but she's making it out to be worse than it was.
Did you cheat on her with another woman?
Maybe I did.
That's it. We're through. We're getting divorced as soon as possible.
Calm down, please. Wait, we can talk this over. This woman here, she's crazy. She's just trying to cause trouble.
You two, get out! You're not welcome here anymore. I want you two gone as soon as possible. And don't come back. The two of them left the hospital. They knew there was no chance of changing her mind. After this, he ended up leaving his job and going back to study for a career change. Last time I heard he had gone abroad. Not sure where exactly, but somewhere far away. I think he gave up and decided it was best to go as far away as he could. Maybe he'll never come back. Who knows? Maybe he's out there in a foreign land treating women the same way he treated me. It must have been his only chance. The women over there won't know he's a cheater. It was so lucky that I bumped into him that day and said what I needed to say. His poor wife might have gone her whole life never knowing what kind of man he was. I feel like I helped her a lot, and it seems she was really happy for what I did. I think it's always important to try your best to help people when you see they're in a bad situation. I could have stayed quiet and not caused any trouble, but I just couldn't hold it in. I couldn't sit there and watch another woman living a lie. I remembered how he treated me during our marriage, and I just had to do something to help. Let's hope I never see him again. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.